What's up, guys? I want to talk about a couple of Easter eggs from Avengers Infinity War that I just noticed on the third time that I saw the movie. First one is about Tony Stark having a child with Pepper Potts. Tony Stark and Pepper are walking, and Tony is telling her about a dream that he had where they have a child named Morgan together, and Pepper doesn't think it's a huge deal, and she says, well, you don't know that I'm pregnant. How could I be pregnant? You don't know that. I think most people are taking this as a sign that Pepper really was pregnant at that moment. I don't think that's what it means at all. I think that Pepper doesn't become pregnant with Tony's child until Tony goes back in time and changes the reality of everything that happened from this movie. At the end of the movie, we know that Thanos snaps his fingers and suddenly half of the MCU is destroyed. In the next movie, Tony Stark and whoever's left is somehow going to have to travel back in time to reverse all the effects of the Infinity Gauntlet. In fact, what's crazy is that there are leaked photos from the next movie that shows Tony Stark and Ant-Man in the Battle of New York City when Loki first attacked. And he's talking to Iron Man. So something happens where they have to go back in time and reverse everything that Thanos did. Well, I think that when they reverse everything that Thanos did and they fix this whole problem, Tony Stark is finally going to settle down with Pepper Potts, start a family, and have this child. I believe that Tony Stark actually was having a vision of that new timeline. This has happened so many times in different comics, DC and Marvel, that when someone goes back in time, before they go back in time, that character starts having visions or little glimpses of that alternate reality. And of course, at that time, they have no idea what that means because they haven't actually traveled back in time. So they usually assume it's a dream or it's some sort of just something that they don't understand. Hint, hint, Batman versus Superman. When Bruce Wayne has that vision of Superman in the future of what he could be doing. Anyways, I believe that Tony Stark, when he had that dream at the start, actually had a vision of the future of the MCU, of what was going to happen after Tony Stark goes back in time and changes the reality of things. And that was kind of a time lapse or cross-dimensional vision or dream that Tony Stark actually had in that moment. I don't believe that Pepper is actually pregnant at that time. I do believe the next Avengers movie will be, it's my opinion, that it's going to be Robert Downey Jr.'s last movie as Iron Man, and he's going to end on a happy note, and he's finally going to settle down and start a family with Pepper, have that child, and then that's where Tony's dream or vision really came from, and they're going to name him Morgan. Okay, the second thing that I noticed in the film that I didn't notice before, which was kind of cool, was something that Loki said. Loki is kind of like Doctor Strange in a way. He gave away the Tesseract to Thanos willingly, gave him the stone. We know that Thanos was going to kill Thor with the Power Stone, but then Loki decides, I'm going to save Thor's life and give Thanos this stone. Thor gives him a mean look and says, you really are the worst brother ever. Well, I believe that Loki was just like Doctor Strange and knew what he was doing, because right after Thor talks, Loki gives a small prophecy of the future. He says, brother, I assure you that the sun will shine upon us again. This is just like Doctor Strange. Loki knows, I don't know how he knows the future, but Loki knows that by giving Thanos a Tesseract, it's also going to save the future of everybody. And Loki was actually smart enough, just like Doctor Strange, to give it up. Loki originally was the one that Thanos sent to New York City to destroy the world. So Loki knows Thanos almost better than any of the characters. So maybe he knows some of his weaknesses. He knew that Thor needed to survive so that because he would be the one to destroy Thanos. Maybe he knew Thanos' plan of wiping out half the universe, but he knew that there were a few plot holes in his whole scheme of things. He knew that in the end, Thanos was going to have to reverse effect anyways. I don't know, I'm just making up stuff, but I thought that was something cool, something that no one's really talking about. Loki is kind of like a Doctor Strange, looking forward in the future, and he knew to give up the Tesseract. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. This is a brand new channel that me and my brother are starting. We're going to be talking about DC Comics, Marvel Comics, all that kind of stuff. We have a lot of cool ideas. If you could like and comment on this video, that would be awesome. But I want to hear your opinion. Do you think that Tony Stark was really having a vision of what really was going to happen in the future? Or do you believe that Pepper was pregnant at that moment that he had the dream? Also, do you believe that Loki was kind of like Doctor Strange and knowingly gave up the Tesseract knowing that it was going to help save Asgard in the end? Let me know what your opinion is. Have a great day, guys. See you later.